what time it is.
About to go skate.
But I was short.
Got to get that coffee first.
Right?
Lawrence has got to get his medicine. Lawrence.
Yeah.
All right, you want the vanilla?
Please, sir.
Yeah, I got you.
Ah. Yeah.
In downtown, about to go skate, get some street footage. So come along with me on a journey to skate downtown at its finest. Yeah, that's downtown LA. Honestly, we got to deal with mental health better in this country because, you know, not to get too off the topic of skating, but I'll be real with you. Like, I remember coming back in the 90s and the 2000s to look for relatives on Skid Row. And here's the thing, a lot of people just brush it aside because of the way that we've been conditioned to think. And I've been guilty of this myself as an adult who has a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things. You want to look at things and look for a shortcut because, at least for me personally, it's kind of painful to look around and see so many people suffering, and you want some type of heuristic that you can use to just blanket judge them all. And that's not really a productive thing, not for the sake of people that are suffering and not for the sake of us as a society. And yeah, we're just not doing a good job of it. But honestly, America's not taking care of any part of America except for the top earners anymore anyway. So upward mobility and things like that in this country are pretty much dying, being stolen away by techno oligarchy. But yeah, when I see something like that these days at 41 years old, it just makes me sad because I have a lot of friends that have gone that way, people that I grew up skateboarding with. And the reality is no one would choose to live out on the streets. Doesn't matter how addicted to drugs someone is, right? Because the majority of drug addicts, like a lot of them are working in law offices, to be quite honest. And a lot of them are having like full normal lives. And the only thing that separates them from people that are out on the street is access to capital. And so you don't judge these people because they have money to mask their addiction, to mask the failings of their lives. And they are mentally slightly better off than people that end up on the streets. And let's be real, mental illness is a big factor in determining whether or not someone will be addicted to or abuse illicit drugs. And we know that. We have all the information we need. We just don't do anything about it. I don't usually talk about stuff like that here because I'm a skateboarder and that's what it's my place to talk about. But I'm also a human being, and I think we all have a responsibility to one another to call out nasty shit that's going on in the world, which there's plenty of today. I don't have to remind you guys. Starting up a video part. You'll see who the video part is for when it comes out. It's not for Collage, for one of my other sponsors. So there's very few people that you can pick from in the pool. And I'm excited. We've already filmed a line and a single for this part. And so we're off and running. It's gonna be my first part with no hair. I got another video part coming where I have hair. It's the last of my footage with hair. A lot of it coming from last year's trip to Portland. I've been editing that, but that's pretty much done. Hustle.
I went to Kingsville and Melcher was checking out my board and he was like, oh shit. He was like, DJ, check the
Hustle. Yes.
It was a wall board.
Yeah. To check out this bump to ledge that I've skated before. I had a 5.0 on it in one of my video parts and try to get something else on it today. It's kind of a big one, and it was bondoed at some part. It wasn't bondoed when I did those tricks on it, the 5.0. And I did a front nose on it later just for Instagram, and the homie Brett bondoed it, but that was a long time ago. I don't know if the bondo's still there, but I skated it once without bondo, so I can do it again. Hopefully it works out. Yeah, the bondo's kind of done. See, that thing is big. It's a big boy. Let's see what we can do.
We were up yesterday. Great shoot.
So this thing's crazy because you come downhill, it's rough, no bondo here, and basically I remember it from skating before. You just gotta curve through these two right here, and then so the first time I skated it, I 5.0'd it, you pop before this. The last time I skated it, I did like front nose and front nose to fakie, and it was bondoed, and it was nice with bondo because you could pop right here, but I'm gonna have to pop early here. So it's a big wall. Most people I've ever brought here don't want to skate it, so let's do this, Lawrence. Let's warm up. I'm terrified right now, which is funny for something that I've skated 2 or 3 times before, but that's how it is with skating.
Whoa. That will get you.
All right, that should do it. I'm gonna hand you this so I don't have to go back to the bag if I need it. Okay. Yeah, this is the perfect. Broke my board. Ha! Now I'm scared to land on it because I landed on the tail, so I got to try to move my foot up and then be conscious of where I land now, which on something like this sucks. I could have landed that one too, just so conscious of the deck. Well, who cares if I break it? You have to just say, who cares? I totally thought I was gonna land and just snap it the rest of the way. Ugh. Okay, scary. Scary. I felt the board flex when I popped, but let's see. Almost sprained my ankle in that one. I went faster than... Oh man, that thing is hard to skate. All right, warm-up's down and this thing's hard to skate, so I'm gonna try the Smith. I'm gonna try it on the same deck just because I'm warmed up to it. It's weird because the try before the one I landed on the tail slide, I went the speed I would prefer to go, but because the bondo's broken out of the like bottom section, when I go that fast, I don't time it right and it goes haywire. So I gotta go slightly slower than I would ideally go, but I'm thinking that maybe with Smith grind, since I don't have to turn as far, I can get away with going a little faster, and then maybe I'll have to pop earlier. but we'll see. It's the hard thing to skate.
We just went for about an hour and a half. Stuck a couple, couldn't roll away. That thing is harsh, especially without the Bondo. So ideally come back with some Bondo so I can go the proper speed instead of having to pop before the crack. Maybe I'll come Bondo it during the week because I live pretty close and come back again. But man, completely depleted from that. And now I wish we'd skated something mellow first because I broke my board. Have another complete in the car, but it's a completely different shape with non-hollow, non-inverted ace. So it's a bit heavier and a completely different feel, but that's skateboarding. I mean, depending on what we end up skating, I can try to skate the same setup because I was getting some pop from it, and maybe skating another spot, I'll know if the cracked tail had anything to do with how difficult it was to get in and out of this thing. But really what was bugging me was how close it is to the wall and how I was having to pop before a crack. So it really took away from my ability to aim. And that's street skating. That's why I drill the same tricks over and over at the skate park, because that way usually when you go to the street it's easier. You're not worried about the execution of the trick, you're just worried about the spot. But at least today, this spot proved to be too much for me with this trick. But on to the next spot, get something to drink, and keep it pushing.
Found a cool ledge, but honestly, it's pretty filthy, pretty big, pretty hairy. And after the last spot, I don't know if my legs have it in them, so I'm gonna have to keep looking. Okay, I'm back in downtown and we just ended up calling it. We tried to look at a couple more spots and nothing really ended up being appealing to me. Plus I'm pretty depleted. That first spot, I think it was a bad choice on my part. I honestly chose it because usually when you skated a spot before, it's easier for you to get into the rhythm of, but it was not the case with that spot. Especially being that the last time I skated it, there was Bondo, and this time there wasn't. And the Bondo just makes such a big difference with that spot. And wasn't able to get it. Drove to check out a couple more spots, and you know, unfortunately, most of the things that I intend on to skate usually, they require a lot of pop. So looking through all the spots that I have saved, it's all like 5 stairs that I want to tray flip up or something like that, and my legs are shot. But what are you gonna do? There's always tomorrow. Not the most eventful skate day, but I did get really close to that trick, which is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. So I'm gonna have to go back probably with Bondo, because popping before that just wasn't doing it. And that's my Sunday. Now I'm exhausted. Gonna go and soak in some Epsom salt and try not to think about coming away without a trick. Honestly, every time that I've gone out recently, I come away with multiple tricks. So it's I feel deflated right now because I don't usually go out to film and not get something. So you lose the ability to cope with that, but sometimes you just got to eat it. Thank you for watching. More of these coming. Hopefully more eventful, more skating involved instead of just a lot of me talking. But you know, that's skateboarding. This is a part of it. This is a part, especially filming and street skating. Street skating is a lot harder than just going to the skate park and skating because of the variables, because of, you know, the ground and all of these other obstacles that you have to pull through to be victorious, and sometimes you're just not. Like and subscribe. check out Collage Skateboards, my brand. www.collagesskateboards.com. Consider joining my Patreon group. It'll be linked in the description. And peace.